Annyeonghaseyo. Welcome to Hallyuism. We are here to give you a glimpse of the Korean culture.
Hello everyone. So we are back with Sua to know more about her life. Miss Sua, please can you tell us about the scholarship which gave you the opportunity to study in Korea and anything we as students should keep in mind while we apply for such scholarships?
Okay, so basically I got two scholarships. One was Korea Foundation Scholarship and the second one was KGSP Scholarship. So most of you are, I think, aware of what is KGSP Scholarship. Let me start with Korea Foundation Scholarship. Korea Foundation Scholarship is a one-year language training program and it is only given to those who have already done at least 8 courses in Korean language, literature or Korean studies, some courses related to Korea. So as I mentioned before, I did my undergraduation in Korean language and literature from Jawaharlal Nehru University. So it was very easy for me to apply for this scholarship. Even though I did not have any kind of topic level, I did not appear for any test that time, and I just applied and I got through it. This scholarship is really great if you want to improve your language skills, because you are in Korea learning from a native person, and also you get a lot of opportunities to interact with your classmates. You just speak in Korean or go to marts, convenience store, and basically you can actually practice the Korean language, go to culture cafes, language exchange cafes and exchange language. So I think overall this program is really good if you want to improve your language skills. The other thing is the other scholarship is KGSP scholarship, and this is also a government scholarship. It is either for the undergraduate program or masters or PhD. So I basically applied for master's program and I applied for international trade, and this scholarship was also good. And not only it gave me knowledge in international trade, but it also gave me an opportunity to interact with international students, and it actually helped me in becoming more open-minded and accepting things which were not very acceptable to me before. So studying abroad gives you a lot of opportunities to build your career and improve your personality, and it really helped me a lot. So one thing which I want to mention to those who want to study in Korea is, just as of now, you focus on what you want to do in future. Decide your goal and make sure you get at least more than 80% marks so that it is good and you are accepted in Korean universities, because for Korea marks are really important, even though it is not as important as in India, but in Korea they just go on your marks and certificates. So make sure you get at least 80% and above. The more the better.
You're currently working in Korea. So what is the working atmosphere like there? Is it easier for foreigners to adapt to it?
Yes, I'm working as a digital marketer at one of the companies in Korea. And to be honest, it is not very easy to adapt to the working culture in Korea, because they have some kind of nunchi culture. Probably those who know Korean would understand me better, but let me explain this nunchi culture. It's more of like, without saying, just understand them. Understand them without, like, they will not say it. You have to understand them by yourself, like if they ask you that, do you want to go for dinner tonight? And you don't want to go, right? Because you don't want to hang out with the people with whom you are working, maybe. So if you don't want to go, you cannot say no. You will have to go with them, unless there is a very big reason. You will have to go with them. If you say no, then they might they might think bad about you. And sometimes it also happens like, the time at which you can leave office is 6 p.m. but Koreans work till the time their boss leaves the office. For example, if the boss is there in the office till 7, they will still work to show that they are working hard, even though there is no work. So that is something which I think most of the foreigners wouldn't like, and they wouldn't be able to adjust in this culture, because It's not in our culture, right? We don't want to work or show that we are working even if we don't have work. So like if you don't have work and you are doing like you're just watching your phone or doing nothing, they will like they will treat you like, oh, this person doesn't work hard. And if you leave early, like not even early, just at 6 p.m, they will say, oh, this person doesn't work hard. So these are the problems while working in Korea. And also, that being said, it doesn't mean that all the companies have the same kind of work culture. So the place where I am working right now is not like that. Everybody leaves at 6 p.m. sharp, or maybe just 5 to 10 minutes late if they have a really important work. But most of the time we just leave at 6 p.m. So we don't have to think about what the other person would think or say. We just leave at 6 p.m. So I think it depends from company to company. Some companies are really very traditional and some companies are going global, so they don't keep these clauses into account. So yes, you will have to search a good company while working in Korea.
Well, you have organized events to tell people about the Indian culture and introduce Bollywood as well. So, how did you come up with this idea? Can you please share your experience with us?
When I came to Korea, I realized that Koreans are not very much aware of what India is. When you ask them what do they know about India, they will just mention that they know namaste, they know yoga, they know curry, but they don't know the basic things about India. Sometimes they even confuse between India and Indonesia. But that being said, it doesn't mean that most of the people do that. But there are many people who would say, oh, Indonesia, to kachana. Like, is it not the same thing? So that made me think that India is pretty not known to Koreans. And the way Korean government has invested so much on its soft power that the whole world knows what is BTS, what is K-pop, but nobody knows what is Bollywood. And that is how I decided that I need to take some kind of steps, be it on a personal scale or a small scale. I need to do something so that I can at least make the people who are around me aware of what India is. I was sitting with a group of friends in a meeting and we just thought like, what if we had Bollywood songs in Korea? And that struck my mind and I thought, why not conduct a party like which has Bollywood music? And I just wanted to do it at that moment and I decided I need to conduct this event. It was in the year 2019. I conducted an event which included Bollywood songs and we invited around 100 people. 80 people participated, 100 people registered, and it was a huge success. And I was really like, I did not expect that 80 people would participate. I was just expecting 20 people, but it was a really great program and people loved it. And I also wanted to organize such kind of events later on as well, but due to COVID, I couldn't. So I'm just waiting for COVID to end and then I would really start working on it. So one of my main idea behind starting my YouTube channel was to cover my events. And my events would not only deal with Bollywood songs, but I wanted to take this platform to introduce the soft power of India to Korea the way Korea has done. And I hope that I am successful in the future. Wish me good luck.
Well, that's such a great initiative taken by you. I would really love to see Koreans know more about India. So, you have interviewed a few Koreans who are interested in the Indian culture. What do you think about their interest in India and Indian culture? Well, if you talk about India, the Hallyu wave is surely on a roll. So, what do you think about their interest in India and Indian culture?
Oh yes, I interviewed a lot of Koreans who are interested in India and they know Hindi. But the thing is that it's not the same as the Hallyu is in India. Almost everybody is crazy about Hallyu in India, right? Like not everybody, but most of the people. But in Korea, only those who are into Indian culture and language, they know about India and they're trying to learn about India. But other than that, if you ask people what do they know about India, they will just mention Gandhi, Namaste, yoga, curry. That is a bit disappointing, but we cannot do anything because the Korean government has invested so much on its soft power. So my request to the Indian government is to invest on its soft power so that no one is there who doesn't know about India. And that is what I am trying to do at my individual level. I just hope I get successful in this. And so do you.
Well, wishing you all the best for that and fingers crossed. So now, being an Indian in Korea, what all cultural differences did you witness and which one was like the most shocking for you?
When I first came to Korea, like all other foreigners, I too faced culture shocks. And to mention them, I would like to mention about people here use toilet papers for everything. Not only for toilet, they also use to wipe their hands, to wipe the table, while even eating, to wipe their hands, and to blow their nose. For almost everything, toilet paper is used. So that was really shocking for me. And I even saw people here cutting vegetables with scissors. So that was the first time I noticed people cutting chili with a scissor. And it was really shocking for me. And I saw Korean girls wearing literally very short skirts in winters, and it was like freezing -21. Still, they are wearing really, really short skirts with a very thin layer of stockings. And I was literally shocked, like, if they don't feel cold. Because in India, if you wear dresses like that, people would think that you are poor and you cannot afford winter clothes. But in here, it is fashion. So people are really conscious about their looks in Korea. Another shocking thing for me was that people ask you your age the first time you meet them. They will ask you, 몇 살이에요? Like, how old are you? Even to a girl. So in India we don't ask age, right? They even ask whether you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend. 남자친구 있어요? And it's like, why? Why is he asking? Like sometimes you think like if a guy is asking 남자친구 있어요, it's like, why is he asking? Is he interested in me? So these are the kind of culture shocks which I faced in Korea, and I think there are a lot more than this. So another one is that people drink every time. They will also drink during lunch. They will also drink during evening. And alcohol is very easily available in convenience stores. So you can just go and buy it. And you don't need any permission. Of course, they will check your ID sometimes to check your age. But most of the times they don't. And you can drink it literally anytime. So, and if it is weekend, then you will see that the whole subway or the metro is smelling of soju. So I think like other than this, there are a lot of things which are culturally different, but these were the main points which I thought like are literally very different for me as an Indian. Thank you for inviting me, and hope you all enjoyed this session, and see you soon. Bye.
Well, culturally we might be different, but we are all connected through music, dramas and people, right? So I would want to thank Kim Sua for joining us today. It was really great knowing you and your life in Korea. To all our viewers, make sure to like, share and comment, and subscribe to Lucknowi Nawab in Korea as well as Hallyuism in India. Thank you very much. Meet you next time. Annyeong!
To ride the Hallyu wave with us and explore everything related to South Korea and its culture, follow us on our social media platforms. We are active on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. To keep up with the latest content, do follow our website www.hallyuism.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. Thank you for watching. Annyeong!